Hello and welcome to my channel. Oh boy, Hibiscus is getting an alternate form in this event. Look, she's all grown up. I sure hope her cooking skills have improved. Hibiscus the Purifier is a medic from the new incantation archetype. Oh boy, a new medic archetype? Haven't seen that in a while. Let's see. Incantation medics deals arts damage with their basic attacks. Wow, they're really taking the term Harmacist to a whole new level. These medics will then heal an operator in range for 50% of the damage dealt. Right off the bat, there are some obvious downsides. Number 1, since the healing is tied to the damage dealt, it also means that her damage and healing are tied to how much resistance the enemy has. Secondly, if there are no targetable enemies in range and Hibiscus is unable to use her basic attacks, she won't be able to heal other operators in range. That being said, the biggest upside of this archetype is the fact that these medics can contribute to increasing your team's DPS while providing with healing at the same time. Moving on to her stats, they are extremely similar to single-target medics from the same rarity, though there are some differences to point out. Hibiscus has slightly more attack, a decent amount of resistance, a lower DP cost and faster attack speed than single-target medics of the same rarity. Overall, pretty reasonable stats for this archetype. Next up is her talent. Hibiscus's attacks now inflict 12% Arts Fragility to the target for 5 whole seconds. Arts Fragility functions similarly to Fragile Effect, but instead of amplifying damage taken by all damage types, as the name suggests, it only amplifies the damage taken by arts damage. While the percentage scaling isn't that high, the duration of the effect is very long enough for Hibiscus to reapply the effect multiple times. This means with proper target prioritization, Hibiscus can consistently apply the Arts Fragility to one enemy, a decent talent. Moving on to her skills, Hibiscus's first skill is a generic attack up buff. While it is generic, it's actually a decent skill option for her thanks to the archetype's trait. When activated, Hibiscus will not only be dealing more damage to the enemies, but also healing allies more. This skill has an average SP cost and good duration. Now, if you think this video is helpful, do give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more guides please, thanks. As for her second skill, Hibiscus will immediately reduce the movement speed of 2 enemies in range by 45% and deals 170% of her attack as arts damage every second for 8 seconds. Notice how the movement speed debuff in this skill is phrased as reduced movement speed and not slow. This unfortunately means Suzuran's Fragile Applying talent will not work with this skill. There are 2 things to take note of. Firstly, this skill functions similar to Elysium's second skill. If there is only one enemy in her range and you activate her skill, and another enemy walks into her range even when it is still active, they'll receive neither the movement speed reduction nor the arts damage. Secondly, even if the enemy were to walk out of Hibiscus's range when the skill is still active, as long as they were one of the 2 targeted enemies, the skill's effects will still remain until its duration is over. The damage from this skill is decent, and given the fact that Hibiscus can target up to 2 enemies with it, the resulting healing output will also see a sizable increase. This skill has a low SP cost and a short duration. So, should you pull and build Hibiscus the Purifier? Hibiscus Alter is definitely a unique operator. In a nutshell, her kit offers healing, arts damage, movement speed reduction, and arts fragility. A really packed kit for a 5-star operator. While her healing might not be the best when compared to other medics, the fact that a medic operator can now aid in dealing damage other than just healing is a really refreshing concept, and Hibiscus Alter sets a good example for what's to come for this archetype. Is she needed for general content? Not really. Is she a good operator to bring into endgame content like CC? Probably not. But is she a fun operator to play around with? Definitely, and I can see many of you building her just for that reason. If you'd like to reserve your resources or you're a meta player, Hibiscus Alter might not be the best operator to go for. But if you're a casual player or enjoy using niche operators, Hibiscus Alter will be a really fun addition to your team. So, will you be pulling for her? Tell me in the comments below, and that's all from me. Bye.